Is it worth spending $1,000 for shoes? Guys, in today's video, I'm going to address that question and I'm going to give you 5 key characteristics to look for in any shoe so that you get compliments. You ready, guys? Let's get into it. So I just got back from a week-long business trip. I got more compliments on my shoes than anything else combined. I'm talking about my suit, pocket square, watch. I had some pretty nice items I was wearing, but my shoes, these things just garnered compliments. Why do shoes get so many compliments? Guys, it goes back to history. Shoes have been an item of status for thousands of years. When you follow these tactics I'm going to give you today, guys, you will be able to pick great shoes all day long and you won't have to spend $1,000. Now hold up, guys, before I get too deep into this video, you may be wondering, where did I get those beautiful dress shoes? Ace Marks, guys. They're the paid sponsor of today's video, and you want to go check out their Kickstarter. Guys, I'm not kidding here. This is going to be one of the best deals you will ever find on quality dress shoes. We're talking dress shoes that could sell for over $600, being available for less than $200. I've talked about these guys for 2 years. I've got a number of their shoes I've worn and loved. They're over in Italy, handcrafted. So what makes these shoes unique, guys? The Blake Flex construction. So this pair of shoes, I put quite a few miles on, and I can tell you right out the gate, these things were comfortable. They don't need a break-in period. One of the things that surprised me is that they actually have a proprietary last that they build the shoe off of, which actually addresses all the different hot spots that you could have on your foot so that these are more comfortable when you have to wear these for an extended period. Another thing, a lot of handwork, a lot of hand dyeing, hand burnishing, all that little details, basically handwork that goes into a pair of shoes like this. Another thing I love about Ace Marks, guys, they use premium leather on the upper. We're talking full grain calfskin leather right here. Oh, and the coolest thing with this latest Kickstarter, guys, luxury sneakers by Ace Marks, made to the same quality standards as their dress shoes. All right, gents, I'm linking to Ace Marks down in the description of this video. Do not miss this one. This one is an amazing deal. Guys, you can buy 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got these packs together, which you're going to save amazing money for a great quality dress shoe. So take advantage. Use that link down in the description of this video. Don't miss this deal. The first thing to look for when buying quality shoes that are going to get compliments, gentlemen, is the material that's used to build the shoe. Why? Because no manufacturer is going to waste great, expensive, high quality, luxury materials to build a shoe which is going to be substandard. One of the reasons I love a hole cut is they simply have to use a bigger piece of unblemished leather that's going to be a grade 1. A grade 1 is only 13% of the entire hide that is going to be totally unblemished and is going to be of the best quality. Other things you want to look for, the full grain leather. Now, cow, calf, it depends on what you're able to find and what you're looking for. I prefer calf, and simply because I think it's going to be a little bit softer. It's also going to be a little bit thinner, but it's just going to be just as dense as a lot of cowhide. Other types of leathers you're going to see, and they're not even going to come from a cow, are going to be Cordovan. That's going to come from a horse. That's going to be a bit denser. It's going to be a bit tougher, but some people say it actually lasts a bit longer. Other types of exotics you're going to see out there. You're going to see crocodile, alligator, ostrich. When you see something like that, what that means is that everything used to make that shoe was very expensive. You can pretty much be guaranteed that the craftsmanship and everything was of high quality. Suede. I think suede is a great material, especially on sneakers or shoes that you're not going to wear in crazy inclement weather. The second thing that we want to pay attention to is now the build quality of the shoe. Now, when looking at shoe construction, the first thing you want to look at specifically in dress shoes is how is the upper attached to the sole, the bottom of the shoe, the upper, the top part of the shoe. If it is Blake stitched or Goodyear welted, you are in luck. That is a good quality shoe. If a shoe has been glued together, you can't see any stitching right over here. If you don't see any of that, it could be glued. You want to ask the person selling you the shoe, how is this constructed? Because glued shoes, just unfortunately, they're not going to last as long. They're usually of much lower quality. Other details to pay attention to on the construction of the dress shoe is actually going to be the threading and the stitching. You want to be looking at about 6 to 7 threads at least per inch. You want to make sure it's really tight, that the lines are straight, that you don't have any loose threads. So go in and look at the brogue work. You want to make sure that it's all lined up. Go look at the inner lining of the shoe. You should have about a very thin inner leather lining. If it doesn't have that, understand that you're going to sweat and you're going to go right into the top of the upper. That's something you don't want to have happen. Now, construction details on sneakers, we're going to see a lot more variance. You're not going to see a Goodyear welt or a Blake stitch, but what you will occasionally see is where the upper is stitched to the sole on the outside. Now, on the inside, you want to make sure when you reach in here that you can actually take out the insole. Also, I really do like it whenever they've got a nice leather lining or something that's, again, going to be able to absorb the moisture whenever you're sweating and you're wearing the shoe. Now let's get into shoe styles. And guys, there are so many options out there. So running shoes. Okay, let's upgrade those running shoes. Luxury sneakers, a white pair like this, very easy to transition to. What I like about leather, it's easy to clean up. It's going to resist staining, and when it does, very easy to take care of and get cleaned. But this right here is going to up your style. But let's say white's boring for you. Now you want something with a little bit of color. Go with something with a little bit of suede in here, a little bit of color. This is going to look great with those jeans. So much better, again, than those running shoes. Now, with your dress shoes, let's say you've just got a black pair of Balmoral Oxfords. Fine, that is a great classic shoe. But guys, you can change it up a bit, especially if you're wearing this with casual suits. We've got the closed lacing system, but notice I've got a little bit of a contrast in color. I've got that cap toe. This right here, you could wear with a suit and it's going to instantly grab a little bit of attention. It's not in your face, over outlandish, but it looks great. Now you're wearing a casual suit. You want to grab a little bit more attention. You want to have fun. Right here, I brought in a contrasting color. I've got a little bit of the brogue right in here, a little bit of the medallion right here on the toe. Notice I've got the blue suede. Beautiful, classic, and this right here is going to garner compliments all day. And guys, styles don't have to be over the top. They can be classic. They can be functional. It's hot outside. Hey, wear a classic loafer right here that's simply going to slip on and off, is actually going to give you a lot of room for your feet to breathe, and it's just something that if you're going in and out of security, you're traveling, this is a great functional shoe. And now one of my favorite styles that I think works incredibly well in any man's wardrobe is dress boots. Guys, whether you want to go with something that's a little bit more eye-catching like the blue suede with the dark brown, or something that's going to be more plain, at the end of the day, in inclement weather, you can wear these with a suit. You can wear them, actually dress them down with a pair of jeans. I think that they just add so much to a man's wardrobe, guys. Make sure you get a pair of dress boots. Next up, we've got details, and these are the small things that make a huge difference. Now, notice these two pair of shoes right here. Very similar. We've got the two-tone, but it's the double monk. It's the buckle which grabs our attention. This right here is going to get more compliments. Another small detail, gents, that's going to get a lot of attention is broguing. Broguing is perforations made in the leather, basically in an artistic design to give it an extra dimension. Texture can also pop up with the material chosen. I talked about suede, broguing, they all add texture, which again is going to garner compliments. And now I'm going to talk about color. So I could have talked about color earlier, but guys, color is one of the most powerful things that you can use in your footwear to grab attention, but you do not want to overuse it. So right here, notice that this color, how many of you guys actually have oxblood or maroon color shoes? Very few men do. When it comes to white, a lot of guys want to wear this, and I've seen it's become more in fashion, but it's still something that a lot of guys shy from because it's going to grab attention. But guys, there are so many different colors that you can bring into your shoes. The thing I would stress though is treat it like salt. You don't want to overdo it. So if you're going to wear a pair of blue dress shoes, which I think you can do, make sure everything else with the suit is pretty much muted. Why? You want to let the shoes speak for the entire outfit. That's the key to bringing in color with footwear. All right, gentlemen, that's it. I want to hear from you guys down in the comments. What did I miss? What are the best compliments you've ever received when you've worn shoes? And guys, go check out Ace Marks. I'm linking to them down in the description. That Kickstarter, it's amazing. Guys, I can't stress this enough. An awesome company. I'm proud to support them. Go check out the Kickstarter. I'm linking to it down in the description. And that's it. Take care. I will see you in the next video.